Hello everyone. So in my previous video we have discussed a little about light, and as I told you that in this video I am going to discuss about the image formed by plane mirror and the images formed by different spherical mirrors. So first let's discuss about the image formed by a plane mirror. You already know about this, the properties of the image formation through a plane mirror. Suppose this is the plane mirror, this side is the reflecting one and this is the polished one. Object is kept here, AB is the object and the image formed is A dash B dash. Then what will be the property of image formed by a plane mirror? You all know it very well that the image formed by the plane mirror is virtual and erect. What does it mean? Virtual means that cannot be obtained on a screen. You know that. That means it is on the back side of the mirror. And what is erect? Erect means it will the direction will not change. That means the head which is at the top will remain at top and the bottom will remain, your legs will be at the bottom. That means erect. Or simply you can say the directions will not change. Next one is AB is equals to A dash B dash. What do you mean by AB? AB is the height of the object, A dash B dash is the height of the image. That means the size of the image will remain same as that of the size of the object. Then the third one is OB is equals to OB dash. OB means the distance of the object, OB dash means the distance of the image. It will remain same. That means the object, the image will appear at the equal distance as the object is in front of the mirror. Okay, so the distance from the pole of both object and the image is same. Then fourth is laterally inverted image. The image will be laterally inverted. This is the important point here. Why we are saying this is laterally inverted? Laterally inverted means the left side of the image, the left side of the object will appear as the right side of the image, and the right side of the object will appear as the left side of the image. Okay, that is laterally inverted. So all the 4 points are clear. There might be confusion between virtual and real. Virtual images are those images that cannot be obtained on a screen, and real image is the one that can be obtained on the screen. For example, once you will stand in front of the mirror, your image will remain there by the time you are standing there. But once if you will side in front from the mirror, the image will also disappear. That is real image. That is virtual image. And what is real image? Real image means that can be obtained on a screen. For example, in case of like you watch movies, or in case of projector used to project the images on a board or on a screen. Okay, that can be obtained and that can be recorded. The main thing is that can be recorded. These kind of images are known as real images. So in case of mirror, in case of plane mirror, we get virtual image that cannot be obtained on a screen. It will remain be there till the object is kept there in front of the mirror. Clear? Then comes to spherical mirrors. Different other kinds of spherical mirrors are there, that is concave mirror and convex mirror. What is concave mirror and how do we obtain these spherical mirrors? We obtain these spherical mirrors with the help of hollow sphere. Hollow sphere can be polished from inside or from outside. So in case the hollow sphere is polished from maybe from outside, if it is polished from outside, that kind of hollow sphere will give you a concave mirror, because its outer side is polished and its inner side is the reflecting one. This is silvered and this will be your reflecting side. So what kind of mirror you will get here? That is concave. Cave side is the reflecting one. How can you learn these kind of mirrors? Cave side is the reflecting one. This is cave side. Suppose this is a mirror. So this is your cave, and this cave means cave side reflecting. So this is how you can learn the concave mirror, and the another one will be your convex. In case of convex mirror, how can you obtain a convex mirror through a sphere? If your inner portion is silvered or polished, inner portion is silvered and outer portion is reflecting. So what kind of mirror will form here? We can show it this way to show the difference. The inner side is polished and the outer portion is the reflecting one. And how do we cut it? This is a hollow sphere. This you can consider as a hollow sphere. Suppose I cut it from this side and it will be cutted. See, this is the cut portion of this hollow sphere, and this will act as a spherical mirror. If it is polished from inside, that means outside is the reflecting, it will be similar as the convex one. If the inner side, if the outer side is silvered, then the cave side will be the reflecting one. This is your cave side. This is cave side, and cave side will be the reflecting one, then it will become a concave mirror. Okay, so now there are some important terms related to this spherical mirror. What are these? The first one is the center of curvature. What is center of curvature? Center of curvature is the center of this hollow sphere. What is center of curvature? Center of curvature is the center of this hollow sphere. This is center. Okay, so how can we write the definition of this? Center of curvature means the center of that hollow sphere of which the mirror is a part. Then comes your pole. What is pole? Pole is the center of that hemisphere, mirror. The pole is known as the center of that mirror. That means this is the pole. This middle portion you can see, this dot, this middle portion is the pole. Then comes your radius of curvature. What is radius of curvature? Radius of curvature means the distance between the pole and the center of curvature, that is R, is the radius of curvature. Then comes your aperture. Aperture, you can say the size of the mirror or the width of the mirror, that means xy. Xy is aperture. What is aperture here? Aperture means xy. Principal axis, the axis or the imaginary line passing through the center of curvature and the pole. This is known as the principal axis. Then comes your principal focus. What is focus? Focus is just half of center of curvature, or you can say where the image is formed when the ray of light is coming parallel to the principal axis. All the lines appears to meet at focus when the ray of light is coming parallel to the principal axis, that is principal focus. What is focal length? Focal length is the distance between the focus and the pole, that is known as focal length. This focus and pole, the distance between the focus and the pole is known as focal length. Then comes your relationship between F and R. It is already clear to you from the figure, I guess. The distance between the focus and the pole is focal length. The distance between the pole and the center of curvature is radius of curvature, and radius is just double the focal length. Okay, so it is clearly written here, focal length is equals to half of radius of curvature. So focus is at the half distance as of center. Okay, that means if you are taking the radius of the sphere as 6 cm, then focal length will be of 3 cm. Clear to you all? Then comes important ray paths, because without this you cannot make the ray diagrams. So important ray paths, the first one will be if the ray is coming parallel from the object. If the ray is coming parallel from the object, it will reflect back and pass through the focus. It will reflect and pass through the focus. Since this is a concave lens, this is concave mirror, so the rays are converging. This is the diverging one, so ray will be diverge. It will come parallel. If the ray is coming parallel, it will appear to pass from focus and it will diverge. Have you got how to make the ray diagrams? If the ray is coming parallel, in case of concave mirror, it will converge and will pass from focus. In case of convex lens, it will appear to come from focus, or it will appear to diverge from focus. Okay, now come to the second point of ray path. Then your second one is when the ray of light is coming from focus, is pass from focus, so it will go or reflect parallelly to the principal axis. Okay, then in case of convex, this is concave and this is convex mirror. In case of convex, it will appear to come from focus and it will go parallelly to the principal axis. Is that clear to you? Okay. Then your third case is when the ray of light is coming from center of curvature, it will reflect back through center of curvature only. That means the ray will retrace its path. Just this is the important one, that when the ray of light travels from the center of curvature, it will retrace its path and reflect through the center of curvature only. In case of convex mirror, it will appear to travel through center of curvature this way. Okay, my distances are not accurate, my measurements are not accurate since I am doing it on board, but it will be easy to you if you are having your notes with you right now. Okay, that is why I told you to note down the notes first. When the ray of light appears to go to the center of curvature, then it will appear to reflect back from the center of curvature only. That means it will retrace its path in this case also. Clear? Then your fourth point is when the ray of light will incident at some angle on the mirror, then it will reflect with the same angle by following the laws of reflection. Okay, in this case also angle I will be equals to angle R. In case of convex also, the ray will go this way only. Angle of incidence will be equals to the angle of reflection if it is falling at some angle, no matter that it will fall on pole or it will form anywhere else. Just a minute. If it will fall at some angle somewhere else also, then also it will reflect with the same angle. Normal will form here only. This will become your incident ray and this will become your angle of incidence, and angle of reflection will remain same in this case also. Clear? Then we will discuss about, that is, image formation by spherical mirrors, concave and convex mirrors. How the image is formed by these spherical mirrors. You must keep in mind that the object should be in the front of concave mirror as well as convex mirror. Front side means it should be the reflecting side. Okay, and we will take at least two rays coming from the object to be reflected through the mirror. At least two rays means either of the two ways which you have studied here, the important ray paths. Okay, so in the next video we will discuss about the image formation by concave mirror and convex mirror.